So what's clear is we're in a new game. It's a game that's continually changing and will keep on changing. And if you want to win in this new game, what's clear is you can't keep playing by the old rules. Individuals, and no matter where you work or what you do, individuals who do well in this changing environment are ones who respond quickly to the changes that are coming down. But individuals who excel and who win, they don't respond quickly to change. They create the change. And in our latest book, we did a study of people who excel in times of change, and we call them change ready, as opposed to change resistant, which most people are. We found that people who are change ready have 7 characteristics. Let me tell you about 3 of them. One is that they're passionate. They're excited about the opportunities and the possibilities that change creates. And change does create opportunities that you haven't had before. So one is that they're passionate about them. 2 is that they're bold and resourceful in their thinking. They're looking in places that other people aren't. They're constantly challenging the status quo. They're looking out of the box for bold, new, innovative ideas that other people aren't doing. 3rd is they have a sense of courage and adventure, and that they're willing to take risks. They're willing to go places that other people aren't. They're willing to be the first out of the box to create the change, not just wait for it to happen. So the 3 characteristics we're going to talk about are passion, boldness, and courage. And that's the recipe for success if you want to win or keep winning in any game that's changing. Now here's a great example of that. Way back when I was coaching in the 1968 Olympic Games, and it was the first year they had sports psychologists. And I remember I was working with a high jumper. This was down in Mexico City. And the way they used to jump in the old days was called the Western roll. Do you remember what that looked like? And the Western roll looked like this. You run, like that. Well, not like that, but you know, you get the idea. And then I'm watching, and then I see this one guy, and he's running in just like everybody else. And in the last minute, instead of going like this, he goes head first backwards. And I'm like, oh my God, who is this guy? You know, and I went around, I asked the other jumpers, what's going on? And they had a nickname for him. They called him the Flop. So I have 2 questions for you. Check your history now. One is, do you remember, what was that Flop's name? Do you remember his name? Fosbury, right. Most people remember that, Dick Fosbury, right? Now the second question, what was anybody else's name in the competition? Right, we don't remember, do we? You know, that event was metaphor for the business world, because like the game that you're in, that event was changing. We had new technology, we had new training programs, we had new equipment. The problem was that all of these other guys, with the exception of Fosbury, they kept using all of that new stuff in the same old way. Now, isn't that what happened to giants in the business world? They kept playing by the old rules when the game had changed, and all of these giants turned to dinosaurs. But you see, Fosbury, he was a different kind of guy. He looked at the event, he realized it was changing, and he asked the question that you need to ask about your game. He looked at it and he said, what's this game really about now? And he realized that if he wanted to win, it wasn't about jumping anymore, it was about soaring, it was about flying. And so he started experimenting, he started trying new things. And that's what change-ready people do. They experiment, they try new things, they take some risks. And eventually he came up with the Flop. And he won the gold medal, and he set the world record.